race centered by current #1 qualifier at Pro Stock Motorcycle, Matt Smith. So 2013 Pro Stock Motorcycle World Champion. 6.800 seconds at 196.96 miles an hour. It is first qualifying pass of the day and of the season. He has 2 runner-up finishes here at Gainesville, has yet to break through in the win column. Talk about your first run this morning and then talk about your second run, kind of your aborted run out here this afternoon.
You know, our first run was really good. We blew the tire off in second gear. We just didn't, we got after too hard in second. Probably could have won a 78, maybe 77, you know. Got a lot of power, showed that in testing last Monday and Tuesday, and excited about our year. John ran good. Scotty hadn't ran good yet, but he will. And the second pass, sitting there idling behind the line and went to 1 cylinder, just like that. And got back real quick and diagnosed it was rock arm that broke. So motor's fine, it's gonna be fine, we'll be all right. And we'll put a new rock arm and be ready for tomorrow, because I really think we could have won a 78, 77 that run, maybe almost 198.
How good does it make you feel to come in here with sponsorship enough to where you're capable of going to #1? And could you have gone to #1 even without the sponsorship you have now?
It'd have been a lot tougher if we didn't have a sponsorship. You know, Mark stepped up, Kenny stepped up, you know, to do 10 races between the 2 of them. We still have 6 more races to fill. There's no doubt in my mind we can, you know, win another championship if we get the backing on those other 6 races. So we would have came to Gainesville anyway, even if we wouldn't have had a sponsorship, just because it's the first of the year. The sponsorship thing is going to make us, if we don't go from 4th race on, that's where the sponsorship stuff's going to hurt us. So the first 3 are close, and we'll go from there. It's, but I couldn't have done it without them, you know, regardless. But like I said, we worked all winter, didn't find out until 3 weeks ago. So we spent the money, did the R&D, built new stuff, and it really shows because we got some fast stuff.
Are you still running the Viper, or have you abandoned that to go back to the Buell?
We never ran the Viper. Viper, they were going to do body work. We had it done for this year to run, and they just went out of business. So, you know, I feel bad for me, you know, because I lost sponsorship, but I feel bad for a lot of the other people too, because they shut the whole company down, you know, so all the employees lost, you know, their jobs. So it is what it is. That's just the way the economic, you know, community is right now. And you know, somebody else step up. We're too good of a team for them not to step up and help us out.
So you said that was designed and ready to go?
Yeah, we had it ready to go. NHRA had the approval. They saw the drawings. We were getting ready to start molding, you know, to get it done. We was gonna run it at Charlotte, you know, bring a body down here, let them see it, scope it out, and then run it at Charlotte, but all that fell off.
Is it a better body?
It could have been. We don't know. By the drawings and all, yes, it was going to be better. What we have now, we have too big of scoops on our bikes. We need smaller scoops on the Buells. That's the main problem we have. So, if we could change our scoops, we would be a lot better off.
Would you still consider running it?
Yeah, you know, but there's no Viper, so regardless, you can't run something that's not in production.
There's no Viper or Buell, is there? I mean, no Buell or no Pontiac either.
Well, Buell still was an item,
there used to be,
and we had the body works done before they went out of business. So NHRA grandfathered that in for us, you know. So I know they won't grandfather this in, but you know, it'd just be nice if they'd let us change the scoops. They'd change the scoops on these things, we would be a lot better off.
Don.
You've been fast here before. What do you got to do to finally close the deal?
Last year we were #1 qualifier here with a 680, I think with a 1, you know. We had training problems last year, the first 3 races. You know, we got 1 round in 3 races. After we fixed that problem, our team went to 11 finals of the 16 races, you know. So we have a great team. We got good power, but we got that transmission problem fixed. And if, just like this was a $200 item that cost me that round, you know, right there. So, you know, that's what a rock arm costs. So it's just one of them deals. It's the little things that always get you. And it's not that we don't replace them and all that, it's just parts failure.
What's your thoughts on the class as a whole this year, coming into the first race?
Thoughts are, we worked really hard over the winter. I spent a lot of money building new bikes, new motors, doing a lot of stuff, R&D. We dynoed so much over the winter, it wasn't even funny. And we found a lot of power. I know Harley did the same thing. The Suzuki, with NHRA giving the Suzukis that extra little bit, I think the class is going to be better. It's going to be easier for them. They were up to par with us at the end of last year. They were on the same speed. Them guys didn't test, so they didn't have the ET to go along with it. So when you get ET, you got to test a lot and work all the little bugs, 60 foot and stuff like that. Speed is just tune up and horsepower. And like I said, those guys were within half a mile an hour of the fastest bikes last year on speed. They just couldn't ET. But in general, the class is going to be really good this year.
Tim?
You tested in Bradenton while some of your competition tested in Valdosta. What about that choice? Do you think that helped you at all, or?
Yeah, every time I go to Valdosta's, it's a great track, but it's like Disneyland. It's fast there. It's always fast there. So in my opinion, you don't learn what you need to learn there. And I went where Pro Stock cars go. They quit going there because of the same thing. They go to Bradenton, it's more realistic conditions. It might not be as fast, but you learn a lot more. And I went where I'm always 3/10 to 3/500 behind the number one guy. And down there we were at 27, behind the number one guy testing. So I think that we could have been 27 to 28 today behind their number one person. But right now, I think we're 33. So, and when I say that, they went a 47 and we went a 80. So that's where I'm coming with those numbers.
Compared to cars.
Compared to cars.
Okay, cool.
Anyone else?
Were you surprised nobody came closer to running 200 today?
We had a headwind. The headwind was stiff this morning. That's why nobody ran speed. Our two bikes were number 1 and 2 for speed. We went 196, 96. John went 195 something. The wind died down this evening. That's why I was hoping to get that pass, because I think we could have went 198. Unless we get a tailwind, you're not going to see the 200 mile an hour broke. But last year here we had a tailwind. If we had those conditions last year, tomorrow, it'll be done.